I bet you've done things like this more than once. Setting up an email, sending an email, or even more often, tagging someone on social media, right? And have you noticed that they all use the @ symbol? It shows up at work, on phones, on computers. It's like a symbol of today's digital age. So, have you ever been curious about what that @ character actually is? Why is it so popular? Today, let's find the answer with the Daily Why. The first fact I want to share is that actually, the @ symbol wasn't born with the internet. It appeared a long time before that. Specifically, in 1536, a letter was recorded from a merchant named Francesco Lapi regarding a shipment coming from the Americas. In the letter, he used the @ symbol to indicate a unit of measurement for goods, specifically amphorae. This is a volume unit associated with a type of large terracotta jar that was once widely used in the Mediterranean world to store and transport wine, oil, grain, and other liquid or dry goods. To save time while writing, Lapi used the @ symbol to represent 1 amphora of wine. This is the most famous historical evidence showing that @ was clearly used in commerce as far back as 1536. Gradually, over the following centuries, this symbol became a commercial sign, commonly used in business ledgers. To give an easy example, if a merchant wrote 10 apples at $2, it meant 10 apples at $2 each. This method was both concise and especially effective in environments that required fast calculations. In other words, before it became an icon of the internet, @ had a very stable life in business. Because of that, in the 19th century, when the typewriter was born, this symbol was also chosen and earned a solid spot on the keyboard. However, moving into the 20th century, computers began to appear, and the way we kept records started to change, making this symbol no longer as popular or necessary as before. The real turning point for the @ character didn't come until 1971. This was when an engineer named Ray Tomlinson was working with one of the first computer network systems called ARPANET, which is considered the predecessor of the modern internet. He was developing a system that allowed users to send letters from one machine to a user on another machine. At this point, he needed a way to write addresses that could clearly distinguish between the username and their host server. And that was when he chose @. You might be wondering, why didn't he pick a different character? Right? The first reason is that @ doesn't appear in people's names, so it's very easy for users to tell the difference between the username and the server. The second reason is that this character was already available on the keyboard, so it was very convenient. In short, the @ symbol was the perfect solution at the time, and from there, a symbol that had lived quite quietly for hundreds of years suddenly stepped onto the biggest stage of the tech era. However, the @ symbol's time to shine didn't just stop at email. Gradually, it was also widely used on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. Even Microsoft apps make great use of this symbol. There's another very interesting thing about this symbol that perhaps few people know. It's about how people in different countries say its name. While in the UK and the US, people simply read @ as @, the @ symbol has an entire zoo of global names. Polish calls it monkey, małpa. Russian calls it puppy, sobachka, while Italian call it snail. Another group names it after food or pastries. In Swedish, besides the official name, there is an informal way to call it cinnamon roll. Hebrew often calls it strudel because it looks like a slice of a roll cake. Catalan also has a name similar to a type of spiral pastry. Pretty interesting, right? And those are all the cool things about the @ symbol that I wanted to share with you in this video. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have any other neat info about it. And finally, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next ones. See you later.